And you can start by telling them who you are and what we're doing today.
Oh God, no.
Do it.
No, I don't want to be here. Can I like she did, just cover my face?
This is my wife. And I'm going to tell them what we're going to do today. We're going to fix the head gasket.
Yeah, thanks.
Because what happened?
I blew it.
And how did you blow the head gasket?
The car overheated.
In all fairness, she had a really good reason for continuing to drive on while the car was overheated. If you guys know anything about North Carolina roads, they have no shoulders almost anywhere, and there really just wasn't a good spot for her to pull over. At least not do so safely with all the kids in the car. So it really isn't her fault. She did the best she could given the situation. But all the same, we still gotta fix this head gasket. So she's actually going to take lead on this one, and I'm just going to stand here with the camera and read a bunch of instructions to her. So let's see how this one goes.
Are you serious? Oh, okay.
All right. Step one is going to be removing that valve cover, or the engine cover.
The engine cover?
Yeah. By pulling it upward.
Okay, well I need something to take this bolt off, no?
Yeah, it feels like that's all it. That's a star one torque fit. Yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, it fits. It works.
Damn good. We're gonna bag everything up and label it.
Okay. Yeah, bye.
Yep. And I don't have any. Next step is going to be, we gotta do the fuel pressure. We're gonna depressurize it.
You said depressurize it?
Yeah, so basically you're gonna open the gas tap.
Okay. Gasket.
Where you put gas in the car.
Oh, over here?
Your fuse box is over here.
You said it's this?
So
It's just telling you what's what?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one should be the fuel pump.
This one right here?
Yep, and this little yellow tool right here.
Yeah.
That's what you use to grab them with.
Oh, okay. So I just... You just pull it up or what?
Yeah, once you get it down there.
Okay.
Might be loose enough now.
Okay.
So we'll save this.
So, okay.
So we're just gonna basically take all the pressure out.
Okay.
Yep. Try again. Alright, cool. Should be depressurized.
Okay, so just turn it off?
Yep.
Alright. Okay.
Can you give me a rag
Alright. Where's that?
or a towel?
Yeah. Maybe, okay. And this whole thing will come off if I pull it up?
No, there's probably more bolts down there.
Okay.
Label these.
bubbles.
Yeah. If you want, I can play with those in the back.
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know spiders on this?
Hopefully not.
Mommy, what would you do if you woke up and the spider was on your head?
Probably die. Okay, I have the bolt.
Okay. So there should be 4 bolts in this one.
Okay, so I got this one.
So if you look at it, there's 2 down there.
Okay. Wait, where? I see that one and the one next to it. Okay.
Yeah, there's probably one more. On the side. There might just be 3.
Do I just take this off and try to take those out?
Yeah, those would be a hex head. Probably a 10. That's not a hex, so that's a Torx. So star pattern is Torx.
Okay.
If it's the reverse of that, where the head is shaped like this,
Yeah.
and you need a side that goes over it, it's called E-Torx.
Okay.
So, I'll grab this, I'll grab the 10 and see.
And that's long enough? Maybe.
It might be 8. Oh, it's probably standard for an American car. You need longer extension.
Yeah, I do.
Start that. You're just as bad as I am. Does it fit?
I'm trying to get it on there. Yeah, it does.
Does it fit tight?
Actually, it's loose. It's loose.
It's too big. And that's how we lose 10 mils the whole time.
Yeah. Alright, that's perfect.
Damn right it is.
The what?
Damn right it is. Everybody's hitting me up to do stuff for him.
What's up?
Everybody's hitting me up to do stuff for him.
Okay. You're gonna call that guy here, right?
Jason's wanting me to wrap his charger.
Is the other side supposed to be set up like that? The way you see how it's lifting up on this side?
Yeah, because that's not holding it down anymore. It looks like it broke through the box right there.
Oh, okay.
So-
So like, okay, so. So what else did you pick? Or like, what color?
Well, you kind of marble.
Marble.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it? Is that enough, or do I need to like all the way out? All
I'll
the way
probably
out.
come all the way out.
Okay.
I'll be honest with that screw out.
It's rubbery.
With the hard way.
The what?
So I'm making you do it the hard way, huh?
Oh, thank you, husband.
Question, okay. Just for that, I'm definitely not going to tell you to use it.
Oh, shush.
Yeah. Maybe you should buy me some power tools.
Buy you some plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, this is zip tied.
It's,
I just see it right now. Right there, you see the zip tie?
yeah, it's this little clip right here. I'm gonna keep figuring it out. Let me see.
Okay.
Are you guys hungry? You guys hungry?
Oh, she
You're
will
alright,
be.
baby. Yeah, I mean, I'm hungry, but I can eat later.
I get the same.
I'm okay, gorgeous. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Is there any coolant in here first? Yeah, there's some. But I'll trade you.
What's up? Oh,
Try that one before I walk right there.
on what? This right here? Or wait, where is it? This?
Yep. If you need, to take that extension off.
Nope.
So it's too small?
Yeah. Still too small.
This next one's too small. I'm going to question your...
My what?
I'm going to question your differential.
I am, I promise. No, that's good. Oh, wait. No, it's too big.
Because you weren't putting it on right the first time.
Fine, so the purple one?
I was sitting there watching, like, man, you're not going straight up.
Right, I love that DVC. How do I move this thing?
Yeah, still going loose.
Okay, so now what?
There should be another one.
Oh, the one in the back. I see it. Go on.
This is kind of wrap it wants to do once it catches up. Yeah, right there.
Reminds me of a counter. I mean, it's not bad looking, but it reminds me of counters or like a nice floor. So just pop
There
this off
might
now.
be one more.
Mama, you're finished with that.
Oh, nice.
We see my
It
earrings.
wasn't on the bottom.
Yes, baby.
Okay. I can help you.
So this way, it's an extension tank.
Okay.
This power steering reservoir is probably going to have to be moved.
Move.
Yeah, so try this bolt right here.
Okay.
Kind of just move it out of the way. So. What's up, kiddo?
Can I help you guys?
When there's something that you can help with, absolutely. As a matter of fact,
Okay. Do I need to take?
no, don't take any hoses off.
Okay.
We're just gonna let it hang for right now.
Okay.
In the black box over there, the yellow box, can you put this in the second one that has tape on it? It should say coolant. You see right there on the floor? On the floor over there. Open it. Alright guys, well, she's in there doing responsible adult parent stuff. So I'm gonna stay here and kind of help her out, get some of the things done. Where we're at so far is we got the ignition coils out, got the coolant reservoir out, the power steering reservoir and pump are kind of out of the way. Air box is out. A lot of the wiring harness is kind of moved off to the side and out of the way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue following the steps in the manual and kind of remove this engine mount where on the side that all the timing components are on, because that's going to be the next big thing we got to tackle. It's getting the timing components out. From there, it's really just timing components, exhaust manifold, and the intake manifold, and that should get us down to about to the point where we're ready to take stuff off. Alright, so before we get any further in, I'm going to remove this cylinder head cover. But I want to get that off first. So one thing I've learned is try to use plastic tools as much as I can, especially when dealing with stuff like hoses and some of these plastic vacuum lines that get really brittle. Sometimes getting like metal in there just kind of snaps it all up. That'll work. Or just pull it out the right way. So the next step is going to be pulling off the valve cover. Now there is a torque sequence this needs to go through for removal as well as installation, just because there's a gasket that sits underneath it, and in order to keep a good seal and keep even pressure across it as you're going on and off. And I think this has to be done one turn at a time per as well. So they don't have to be removed one turn at a time. However, they should be, it says to take a compressed air hose or some type of compressed air source and blow all the dirt and debris off of the valve cover before removal. My air compressor is really loud inside of a home garage, and she's in there wrestling the baby to go to sleep now. So I'm not going to put my life on the line by waking that baby up after she's trying so hard to get him to go to sleep. So we're going to remove it without spraying it off, and just try really, really hard to keep it clean. At the end of the day, the cylinder head is going to get gone through anyway, so it'll be cleaned off regardless. From here, it's just removing bolts. That doorbell means pizza's here, which means it's dinner time. So I'm gonna go eat, come back, finish this up. Actually, she'll probably be the next one you see. So here we are with the first real milestone. Got the valve cover off. See, we're down to just the exposed camshafts. It does have variable timing, so looks like I'm going to deal with that. What I should be able to do is just set this to the top dead center, take tension off of the timing chain, pull the timing chain off, and then we should be able to get these camshafts just put back in right where they go. Yeah, so that's that. I'm gonna go see if she's, got the kids kind of settled down, ready for school tomorrow, or getting in bed, and then we'll come back out here and knock some of this out. Time for an update. She's down there trying to get this AC compressor off. Got the valve cover off. Next up, while she's taking that off, we're going to start pulling off all the accessory drive, which means we got to get this engine supported by either a jack or a jack stand. But other than that, it's coming along pretty smooth. Let's see.
It's coming. Still not.
I think she's starting to understand why I'm always frustrated in the garage.
Not really. My arms are just getting tired.
Oh, she hasn't tried to shoot her car yet, so. Alright, well, while she's doing that, I'm gonna go grab a beer. Because my car runs. I think this is the first time that all of my cars run and none of yours do.
Oh, shut up. I have one car.
Well, your LS doesn't run yet either. So this might be the first time ever that all of my projects run.
Okay, so you said that other bolt that I showed you needed to come off or no?
Yeah, because that's going to be the bracket.
Okay.
The reason why it's getting tight again is because that's load bearing now. So be careful pulling that out because that compressor.
Okay, so should I do the other one at the same, like loosen the other one so that way it's even, Stevens, or?
No, because that's the one you're doing now is mounting the compressor directly to something. The other one is mounting the support bracket.
Okay. So you said just be careful pulling it out. Do I need
Yeah,
to like brace it?
yeah,
with
you
my
could
arm?
brace it.
Okay.
See, it's a little bit easier to turn out now.
Yeah.
Because you got some support.
Yeah.
When it's hard like that, that just means that there's weight on it.
Pulling it. Okay.
So now you're gonna be careful with those AC lines. I'll take that bolt.
Okay, now what? I can do the other one?
You can try wiggling that out so it's not under so much weight.
It's barely wiggling.
It could just be stiff and old.
Probably, yeah.
If you want to, try taking the other one out and seeing if that helps freeze it up. Letting gravity work for you, so. There's that. That's how you know it's not one of my projects. We're actually organizing the parts as they come out. Definitely not something I would do for one of mine.
So is this little part supposed to come off first or something because it's wiggling?
Yeah, because that thing's now.
No?
Yeah, it's fine. It don't matter.
Okay.
It's all gotta come out.
No, I didn't.
Alright, well, we'll get another update once we've got the compressor out. And hopefully we'll be working on the timing cover. You should be able to turn that now. So if you take the ratchet itself off.
Yeah.
And
just use it to turn?
Yeah, just bend the thing. Probably a little bit faster.
Ta-da. Shit. Here you go. Okay. So let's see what now.
Something's still holding it on. It might be the one that you kept trying to take off.
The one up here?
Yeah, it could be. It could not be.
Can I reach it from up there, or can I do it? Should I do it from down here?
I don't know. Let's say what? How about I try it from up here? That way, if it falls, you can catch it.
Okay. Fuck. There you go. Oh, there you go. It's wiggling.
You're alright.
Okay. Ooh. It's not connected to anything, is it?
Yes, can
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay.
Let's see. Let it hang as low as it wants to go.
Yeah.
Alright, here's what I'll do. I'll get something to set it
Is
on.
that this and all this connected to it?
Yeah, I don't want to take any of that stuff out because I don't feel like repressurizing your...
Yes, okay. So I'll just hold it for here.
Yeah, I'll go get something to support it.
Okay.
Alright, put these in.
Okay, right there. Ouch.
Alright guys, so it's now morning time. I actually just got the kids dropped off at school. And while the wife's still in bed, I'm going to see if I can knock a few more things out because we really need to get this head to the machine shop today. Luckily, I've got a pretty good relationship with the machine shop. It's the same shop that did all the work on the 2JZ block. Actually, both 2JZ's heads. They did the LS overbore. They did the 2J overbore. They did the Cleveland re-sleeve and overbore. They did the Cleveland heads. So I brought them a little bit of work, needless to say. But yeah, I'm gonna ask them if they can kind of put a rush job on it, get it back to me within a day or two, and hopefully we can have this assembled before Friday, because come Friday, I've got to take the kids up to Tennessee to see my mom. My son wants to have his birthday party in Tennessee, so that's what we're going to do. Oh, not to mention, we're also still trying to make this mad dash to get the 2J BMW ready for Streetcar Takeover, which is a week from Friday. And it's Tuesday now, so not a lot of time. Anyway, here's a quick rundown of everything we've gotten done so far. So, again, valve covers off. If you can see down there, but we got the pulleys and everything off. This engine mount that was right here is gone now. AC compressors, it's down there, but it's not mounted, it's hanging. Let's see what else we got. And there we go, pulley and everything's off. So next up is working on this exhaust manifold back here. We'll get that exhaust manifold off. Gotta take the cat off first. And then, yeah. From there, it's just taking off the manifolds in the head itself. So I gotta stop talking and actually start working. And that's what I'm gonna do.
Alright, so we got all 4 nuts off of the catalytic converter where it mounts to the exhaust manifold. And I've got to say, that is the easiest I've ever had exhaust hardware come out. It was so easy, in fact, that I'm fully expecting the header bolt to the header studs to be a complete pain in the ass to get out. But we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. Alright, so now's as good a time as any for a quick update. Well, got the intake manifold off, got the exhaust manifold broken free, and the exhaust is out of the way now. You see we got pretty good access to everything. So I've got to run and get the kids from school. What my wife is going to do is she's going to come in here and she's going to work on removing the timing cover. And by the time I get back, we'll see where she is. But if that's free, once I get back, we should be good to go ahead and pop that timing chain off, pull the cams out, and pull the head off. So, getting pretty close to being done with the first part of this. Of course, we got to take our measurements, send it out to machine shop if need be. Oh, yeah, one thing I wanted to show you guys. So, this is our throttle body. Let's see if you notice anything off about it. You see that? You see, get you some light. You see all that down there? That all came out of there. So, got some spills. You kind of see it on the back of the valves. I don't know if the camera's doing it justice, but you can see spots on the back of the valves. So, there's clearly an issue with the head gasket and oil getting into places it shouldn't be. I'm not entirely sure why there's oil all the way in the intake manifold and how a head gasket will cause that. Yeah, my only thing is might have more than just a head gasket. It could be some bad valve seals. But we'll see once we get everything off. But anyway, like I said, I gotta run and pick up the kids. So I'm just about to take the rest of the camshaft off.
You need to open.
But you can pull your heads. So there's something bad in your engine.
Something bad in my engine?
Yeah. That crunching sound.
Yeah.
You shouldn't hear. Remember I told you you had a messed up sensor? Yeah, you can see chunks of it in there.
Oh.
It's gonna ruin the cam bearings. But that's where the rest of that broke off into your engine.
Oh.
It melted off and broke off in there. Luckily your engine was still running before that happened. Also your heater hose broke completely.
Yeah, well they did say it needed to be replaced.
Yeah. So I gotta find the part number for that. Alright, took them all. Took all the tension off because the valves that are open, the springs are going to be under pressure. So if you don't take them off in a certain order, it'll snap a camshaft.
Oh, okay. Like you did the last time.
Well, that was putting it in.
Oh, okay.
But the same thing, like it'll push all up on one end, and there'll be no way for the rest of the pressure to go. And then you notice the head studs, and most of them, all but 2 of them, are going to have a captured pin or captured washer. I'm pretty sure it's these first 2 that don't. But basically, we're going to take these off in sequence as well.
With what tool?
And we'll just use a regular washer or socket in each one of these holes. So you got buckets. Hopefully the bucket doesn't look too bad over there. The bucket doesn't look worn. What about this journal? It doesn't look too, it's got some scoring, but not too much. But you can see, oh, there's a huge chunk right there.
I can't stand too short.
So let me take it out. You'll be able to see. Please don't drop your engine.
Okay.
Alright guys, so, ooh, look on the camera. Alright guys, so another update. You see we got everything out. Cams are out. That timing cover's done. Intake's gone. We got a melted cam position sensor. Drop this up here. Right here. So yeah, that cam position sensor melted, broke off into the head. We got all kinds of junk back here on the exhaust side of this last cylinder. You can kind of see that junk right there. So that's kind of where we're at. The last step now is literally just pulling the head. So we're gonna let her pop those off, and then hopefully this goes completely smooth and we're able to get this off, and I can drop it off at the machine shop on my way to work tomorrow. So fingers crossed, that's the plan. But we all know how plans go around here.
One eternity later.
Well, after it being like 2 weeks and a lot of long, frustrating nights, we finally got the head off. So, there. As you can see, the lengths we had to resort to getting the head off, I had to drill through the head of 2 of the studs. Still trying to figure out a way to get these off, but we got the head off down here. Now the head itself is completely trashed. We had to cut up the head quite a bit to get the stud and stuff out. So can't reuse that. I'll probably pull the buckets and the valves and springs. We'll pull those out that way when we do get the next head in here. If it's a bare head, we can transfer all that stuff over. Shouldn't need to make any changes to it because all the shims and the buckets are cut for that specific valve, and it'll line up with the cams. At least that's the theory. I have been wrong about that before, but I'm willing to take a chance on it because shimming this thing, or shimming any valve train, takes quite a bit of time, and don't really want to do that. Also, we ended up having to buy a new car just because we didn't have the time. We couldn't spend the time without the car that it's going to take to rebuild this now. Especially needing a new head. What was supposed to be like a week turnaround, it's turned into 2 or 3 weeks now, and we just can't do it. So we had to buy a new car. Got a new car. Still have this one because obviously you can't trade in a car that doesn't run or is, you know, apart in pieces. But so we still have this one. Now my first idea was to go ahead and take a little baby turbo, throw it to this i4, like World i4 motor, whatever Chrysler calls it. Same architecture as what's in like the SRT4 stuff for the Dodge Caliber, but we're not going to do that. As you can see, it is an open head design.
Nope.
I'm sorry, it's an open chamber.
Nope.
Look, as you can see, it's an open deck. Oh, and you can see some of the issues with it. Look at that, all that coolant in there. In the passages. But so it's an open deck design, not that great for high pressure, high boost, high horsepower, which I doubt this trans could hold anyway. So what we're going to do is we're still going to rebuild this one, and I promise you guys, this car, even though it's not going to be the next cool project, it is going to turn into something. This car is going to play a big role in an even bigger, better project that should make more power than anything else that we've done up to this point. So that's it for this video. Next up, I'll start taking apart that head and getting the block cleaned up. And I should have a new cylinder head by then. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.